What's up, my beautiful people? This is your boy Stefan, your Afro Grenadian ambassador. Welcome, welcome back. I invite one and all. Let us join today's discussion with a special guest of mine, very, very special brother of mine, coming live all the way from Kenya. So, without no further delay, I will bring him on screen with me. And it is the man himself, Kenyan Beast. I think I'm seeing you a little bit, your camera.
My camera is bad.
Yeah, it's not portrait.
It's not portrait, eh?
No. Well, it's portrait, but I'm seeing you sideways.
Yeah, see, go straight at it.
Yeah.
Okay, let me check.
That's, yeah. Go,
Like that.
uh,
That way.
right. That's it. That's it. Perfect. Yeah.
That way.
That's it. Yeah, that is good.
That's good.
Yeah.
Let's check.
So,
I'm good.
Yeah, you're a little bit distant, like I'm seeing a little bit far, like distance. You're not up close.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's this way.
Right. Yeah, you're good. You're good. We could work with that. We could work with that. So welcome, my brother. Welcome, my brother. It has been a while. First of all, I want to congratulate you on your
Thank you.
achievements. I see that
Yeah.
you have been growing, and I'm happy. So
Thank you so much.
just before we go into the
Mm,
Pan Africanist and Pan Africanism discussion, I
yeah.
want you guys to know that those of you who are watching me online, my audience, you feel free to ask Kenyan Beast any questions that you want to ask him while he's speaking. And you may want to ask him some questions. Feel free, because I'm not only here to interview him, but and he's not here to only be a guest speaker, but we are here to interact with each other. So,
Yeah.
starting out with you, Kenyan Beast. What is it inspired you to become a YouTuber?
First of all, I am the Kenyan Beast. That's my name, from Kenya, Nairobi, Kenya. And the journey of YouTube, I started YouTube way back ago in 2018, if I'm not wrong. 2018,
Okay.
2019 is when I started YouTube. I didn't start YouTube as a Pan-African, or as the content I'm doing right now. I started YouTube as a comedian.
Um,
As a comedian. But what inspired me to start YouTube was the fact that the truth was that uh I was doing research on how to earn money through online, and and
yeah.
it came to my attention that social media pays. So my aim to join YouTube that time was to become popular and to get money. That was my aim, but it was changing when the years was going on. It was changing time to time.
Wow, wow, that's excellent to know. Guys, I always mention Kenyan Beast on my channel. My audience always, they are well informed that I always give you the credit that you were the first person. You was the first
Yeah.
person to motivate me and inspire me to start this channel, because when
Yeah.
people Beast on my channel, my audience always, they
Yeah.
when people ask me, how you were able to start this, and I always make reference to Kenyan Beast. I didn't picture myself doing this, but I always said, Kenyan Beast is the one that really encouraged me to go into the YouTube field. And I mean, since the day I began that journey, I don't regret it. But
Yeah.
let's talk about your experience as a YouTuber. What are some of the challenges that you face as a YouTuber?
First of all, the first challenges I face as a YouTuber is when uh the first thing, first of all, for me, um I don't see most challenge, or a lot of challenges, because I love what I'm doing, first of all. And when I started doing YouTube,
Mhm.
let me tell you for sure, I was not doing anything else. I just focused on YouTube, and it was not paying me something, and I was not getting views, but I could wake up and the whole day just doing content, creating content on YouTube. The most challenge I have faced on YouTube is, let me tell you, the biggest challenge I have faced on YouTube, I don't know. I don't know for sure. I don't know if there is any challenge.
Yeah,
But right now, maybe when I do a video and it's a good video and it's a educative video and I want a lot of people to watch the video, and when I post the video and I see the video has not gone, like the views is few, I get I get mad at myself saying that why are people not watching this? It's a very good video. You
yeah,
can do a video and this one is a banger, okay?
yeah, yeah,
And
yeah,
there's a targeted area. You are targeting youths, you are
yeah.
targeting Africans, you are targeting black people. There's a target you are targeting, but that video doesn't go. So that's the only thing that maybe sometimes it's making me, like
Yeah,
I'm
and
losing.
I think you are right, because when you have a passion for something, sometimes the challenges you don't see the challenges.
Yeah,
You
I
know.
don't see much challenge. I don't see the
Yeah.
challenges by the way. For sure,
When you
for
have,
sure, I don't see.
exactly,
Yeah,
exactly. So let's before I go right into the main discussion, you talk about sometimes when you do videos and views, and we all go through this as YouTubers. You work hard on a video, on a content, then the views not coming in, the algorithm is against you, and you
yeah.
get frustrated with yourself. What is it you do to focus on the way forward?
So whenever I do a video and I already did the video and I've posted that video, the thing that makes me move on, the moment I've just posted that video, I start focusing on the next topic. I start
Uh,
focusing on the next one. And
yeah,
the video that I've posted, I usually tell myself whether it goes or the algorithm is against me, it doesn't matter, because I've been through this. I've been through this. Let me tell you, my brother,
yeah,
I have seen you growing on YouTube from 0 to 2K subscribers in just a few months, like 1 month. But for me, it took me more than 3 years to get to 1K subscribers. So there is nothing I have seen. There's nothing I haven't seen.
right, right.
Even it's
Yes,
not
yes,
3 years, like 4 years, just to be on 1,000 subscribers. So there is nothing I haven't seen. So there is nothing that can, even when I wake up, I found the algorithm is against me. I I have seen a lot. I have
yeah.
I've seen a lot. You
Yeah, and
understand it?
I think you have a lot to, you have a lot to share, and you can be an example, a role model to
Yeah,
upcoming YouTubers that have just started out. There's this saying: if you want to know, it's because it's a jungle out here in the YouTube world, and if you
yeah,
want to know, what is the laws of the jungle, ask the monkey. The monkey knows all about it. Not
yeah,
the lion, not the bear, but the monkey, because the monkey observe it. I'm not
yeah,
maybe it's not a good illustration to use, but you understand where I'm coming from. But
yeah.
I want to let's get into the Pan African side of things. What made
Okay.
you said
Is
you
my
said
camera
it,
is my camera okay?
uh it's okay, but there is
Or should I
a
or should I turn
the
should I
frame.
reset
The
it?
frame of your camera is like a oval shape,
Okay,
but it
should I
yeah,
reset it?
yeah,
Can you
reset
give
it.
me
Yeah.
1 minute? I reset it.
No
I change
problem,
it.
no problem,
Okay.
no
Yeah,
problem.
let me change it. Mhm. So where do I go?
Yes, guys, thank you all. Thank you all for joining in. Today I have a special guest. This is Kenyan Beast, and we are here discussing on, you know, many things. And so, guys, you can ask questions in the comment section. Feel free to subscribe. Go subscribe to his channel, Kenyan Beast. Yeah, he has a YouTube channel. Subscribe.
Which one?
That's perfect. Perfect.
That's
That is
perfect.
that is that's perfect. That is the way
Okay.
I want to see you. Yeah, that's perfect.
Okay, okay.
Right. So let's get you talked about you started off as a comedian. What made you
Yeah.
switch to Pan African? What made you switch to a Pan African to Pan
Uh,
Africanism?
okay, from when I started as a comedian and I was looking my path. I was looking where I fit in so well. And From there, I started doing content of I came to realize, like here in Africa, I came to realize like Kenyans does not know more about Uganda. I came to realize like Tanzanians doesn't know anything about Kenya. I came to realize that we even don't know the meaning of our flag. We can't even tell our neighbor's flag what it means. And I told myself, we are Africa. We are one people. The borders are nothing. The borders are nothing to us. But why are we limited? Even we can't know what our neighbors, Uganda, Tanzania, Rwanda, or Burundi, are going through. So I went to the street first of all and start asking questions on the street, like, what do you think about Uganda? What do you think about Tanzania? What do you think about Somalia? Because I wanted to know what the people of Kenya think about these countries. And I came to realize they don't know something about neighboring countries. You see
Right.
how borders has affected
Yeah.
us?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I
True.
can't know something about my neighboring country, and yet we are all black people. Yet we speak one language, Kenyan, Tanzania, Swahili. But
Mhm.
I even don't know what the flag of Tanzania means. So when I realized that, when I was in the street asking people that question, I was asking them and teaching them. I ask you
Yeah.
about a country, Uganda, and I tell you Uganda has this and this and this and this. So if you don't know, now you know.
No,
And
yeah.
I even went to Uganda and asked about Uganda. I even asked about Jamaica, Grenada, because I found that people are following these countries from Caribbean, because we are all black. I saw people are very interested with those countries. So at time, I told myself, I'm in the street asking these questions, what they know about these countries, but I want to teach them more. I want them to learn more from this issue of Africa,
Yeah.
from the oneness and unity. Because
Yeah.
I was thinking of showing the world the best part of Africa. You
Yeah.
know, we all know, or we are all being told about the only the worst part of Africa.
That's true.
So
That's true.
I
Hmm.
decided to tell them the best part of Africa. And that's where I decided to sit down and talk about black people, and talk about Africa, and talk about African Americans, and talk about Caribbeans, because I knew that if only me in Kenya, if only Kenyans can't know anything about Uganda, so that means they don't know even our black brothers in Caribbean. Let me
Yeah.
teach them about Caribbean. Let me
Yeah.
teach them about African Americans. That's where I decided to do Pan-Africanism content.
Wow, wow, that is awesome, my brother. Awesome, and I think that is one thing that commonly that bring us together as Pan Africanists. It doesn't matter which part of the world that you are in. Is that
Yeah,
our objective is changing the narrative about Africa and
yeah,
Africans, because over the years we have been looking at the media and everything is negative, and I think that's one of the things that have motivated me as well. But talk a
yeah,
little bit about Jamaica. I know you talk a lot about Jamaica.
yeah, yeah,
Tell
yeah.
us a little bit
A
about
lot.
tell us a little bit of Jamaica. What the relationship between Jamaica and Kenyans?
Let me tell you, Jamaica is Kenya. Kenya is Jamaica.
Oh,
Jamaicans are very popular in Kenya, and even we have streets here in Kenya. We have woods in Kenya that are named after Jamaica. You will find a wood called Portmore. You will find Gaza. So the relationship between Jamaica and Kenya first started with music.
yeah,
The Jamaican music has influenced much, as a lot of influence in Kenya.
yeah,
So when the Jamaican music went so much popular, and Kenyans, a lot of Kenyans are in social media.
yeah,
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 a lot of Kenyans in Africa. You can say Nigerians, Kenyans, South Africans. They are the one who are too much in social media and very much educated. So
yeah.
we perceived the music of Jamaica and we embraced it.
Right.
So here in Kenya, you find youth speaking Patois language like they
Yeah.
are from Jamaica. You have seen my videos. You have seen my
Yes. Yes.
videos.
Yeah.
They are speaking Patois. You have seen that?
Yes, I have seen it. I have seen it
Yeah. So
a lot of
so
time
I think the relationship started with the music.
with
The
the music,
Jamaican
right?
music plays is playing a bigger role in shaping the relationship between Kenya and Jamaica. Let me tell you
Right.
something. Even if we don't have, maybe we call what, the two governments not coming together, maybe talking,
Yes,
but the people of Kenya, we have shaped the relationship of us with Jamaica through
that
music, through
yes, yes.
music, through
That's great.
music.
That's great. That's great. And it's really great, and it's because of this. I'm really grateful for the
Yeah,
relationship that between you and Jamaicans because of this. A lot of the other Caribbean islands are becoming known because you didn't know anything about Grenada, you didn't know
yeah, for
anything about
sure,
Trinidad and Tobago.
sure.
And it's because of this relationship, thanks to social media. A
Yeah.
lot of the other Caribbean islands, because a
Mm.
lot of African brothers and sisters that I have talked to were surprised. They thought
Yeah,
that the cousins, the lost cousins, was only in Jamaica, but then they
yeah,
found out that they have an extended body of family in other parts of the world. So I'm very
yeah.
grateful for the Jamaican and Kenyan relationship. Now, my message, what will be your message to the Caribbean community?
My message to the Caribbean community is to the bigger community of Caribbean.
Just hold up in there. Welcome, welcome, Nola. I just want to acknowledge some people. Welcome,
Yeah.
Nola. Greetings. Greetings, my dear friend. Thank you for joining today's live. Welcome, Jamaican in Zambia. Welcome. I welcome you, my dear friend, all the way from Jamaica. She lives in Zambia,
Sure, sure,
right?
like,
Thank
yeah,
you, guys. You can ask any questions,
definitely.
okay, as we discussed, and you want to ask, you want to interact. This is an interactive session, all right? This is an interactive session, so you can go ahead, ask questions, and I will highlight it in the comment section below. So back to the question.
Yeah.
What would be your message to the Caribbean community?
My message to the Caribbean community is, first of all, we call them our brothers. Sometimes for me, I call them my cousins,
Yeah.
because we can intermarry. When you can intermarry,
Well,
I can.
I heard that it's not just like that. There's a lot of African women value themselves and they're not easy to get.
Ah, I
So it's
don't
not.
know which I, I have seen a lot of African women, more so Kenyans, asking me,
Yeah.
you talk about Jamaica, Grenada, there is this ambassador, what, any link? And I told them, go.
Yeah. So
So,
back to the point. Yeah. So what is
yeah,
your
yeah.
message?
My message to Caribbean at large is that, first of all, they need to embrace Africa. They need to accept that Africa is their motherland. First of all, that's the first thing. They need to accept that, because I've seen some of them saying that we are not from Africa, we don't associate with that. But the oh, are you there?
Yeah, I'm there. I'm hearing you. Go ahead. You okay? Yeah. Your connection is good. I'm hearing you. Hello. All right, guys. So we have. Yeah. Are you there? All right, guys. So my apologies. We having a little bit of technical glitch. Yeah. Whenever it comes to the discussion of Pan Africanism, I don't know. Funny enough, we always have technical issues. But
I
are you there? I don't know. Funny enough, we always have technical issues. Okay, guys. So give us a minute. I'll get back Kenyan Beast. I will get back Kenyan Beast. Just give me a minute. He will join back the session, the live session. So, guys, it's an interactive session. Welcome, welcome, one and all. Special guest speaker. Well, special guest. It's an interactive session, Kenyan Biz. And if you have any questions, feel free to highlight it in the comment section below. We are here to interact. All right, guys. So I welcome one and all. I'm seeing Jamaican in Zambia. Welcome, my dear friend. How are you doing? Nola, welcome. Welcome, Nola. I really appreciate you guys joining in this afternoon. Zambia says, Afro-Grenadian ambassador, you heard about Miss Netta, the entire Caribbean island started. What's your email so I can contact you? Okay, Zambia, let me get my email to you. I will be I'm writing it, I'm texting it now in the comment section below. It's all lower cases, all right? So if you see capital, ignore it, but it's all lower cases. All right, so there is my email address. All right. Jamaican here right now. I'm in Florida, but I wasn't affected by the hurricane. Okay, it's good to know that you weren't affected by the hurricane. So, guys, give me a minute. I will be right back. All right, let me get Kenyan Biz back on stream. Okay, so he's back. Are you there? Are you hearing me?
It is the entire continent of Africa. We are having trouble.
No. I was just saying while you got cut off. Whenever I have experienced this on numerous occasions, whenever we are
Yeah,
speaking on Pan Africanism and important issues like this, it's like someone is trying to sabotage the conversation. The network just going bad, you know. But
yeah, very
we're
true.
going to we're going to forge ahead. All right. So you
Yeah.
can continue where you left off.
So I was saying it was my message to Caribbean at large. Now,
Yeah.
first of all, I wanted to tell all Caribbeans to accept the fact that they are original from Africa. To accept, not all of them, Black Caribbeans maybe, because I'm saying that because Caribbeans, like for example, let me use for example Jamaicans, Asians Jamaicans, Chinese Jamaicans, those Indians Jamaicans, they accept themselves. They cherish their country first, like they are like Chinese Jamaicans. They cherish
All right, we're having some technical glitch with Kenyan's business network, guys. So we having some technical glitch. So welcome, Claudia Wax. How are you, my dear friend? Welcome, welcome. Kenyan Beast will be right back. So I know he will be back. Okay, we having some technical issues. I don't know what is causing this, but we have some technical issues. But Claudia Wax, thank you. Thank you for coming. Thank you for logging in. I appreciate you, my dear sister. Yes. How are you doing? How are you doing? So Nola, I'm seeing you. I'm seeing your comment, so I will highlight it so we can discuss about it. Yeah, so thank you guys. Like the video, like the video, like the live. Yeah, let's share the live, let others know that we are on. We are on. So I'm trying to get back Kenyan Beast on the platform. Okay, he's back again.
what's going on. We started. What's going? I don't know.
I don't know what is going on. I don't know what is going on. It's like, I as I was saying, it's always happens when we try to connect,
You
things just
see,
going wrong, but we
you
have to
you you
remain
know.
focused. Yeah, let's
You know
remain
what
focused.
you know what happened recently on other channels. So
Yeah, it's
yeah, so
the
it's something.
system, it's an
So
yeah.
I was saying like Caribbeans have to accept first and embrace Africa as their motherland, because
Yeah,
even the other people, the other Caribbean people, for example, who are not black, for example, the
yeah,
Asian, they embrace their originality first. For example, the Chinese, Jamaican, they embrace China first and then Jamaica. So I don't want to see a situation where a black Caribbean reject or does not embrace the motherland Africa. The first
yeah,
step that we need is to embrace Africa, because it happened what happened during the slavery. It happened,
yeah.
but it is time to reconnect with the motherland, to reconnect
That's right.
with,
Yeah,
yeah. So that is the first step. And my message, the bigger message, the root is that, first of all, step number one, embrace the motherland. Because when you embrace the motherland, as you as a Grenadian ambassador, when you embrace the motherland, you will teach your children about the motherland. You will
Yeah.
teach your brothers. You will teach the grandchildren. That is the first step, and that's only my message. Let's first embrace the motherland. From there,
Yeah.
everything will go soft.
Powerful, 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 my dear brother. So
Yeah,
true, so true. We have a comment here by Nola. Nola says we also need to speak an African language. What is your take on that? And she's referring to us here in the diaspora that it's time that we need learning to speak African
I
languages.
can't
What is
get
your,
you.
okay? Are you hearing me? Are you hearing me clearly? Oh yes. So the net the service is really really all right. Are you hearing me? You hearing me now? Are you hearing me?
Yeah, I hear you now.
Okay.
I hear you now.
Right. Yeah,
Someone saying we also need to speak African language, and it's
yes.
true. We
Yes.
also need to try. I love when I see my Jamaican friends, Grenadian friends, and I have Trini friends trying to teach their children the Swahili language.
Yeah.
Because and we need to speak, even to try and learn about the Swahili language, the African language.
Yeah.
So that's why I say let's embrace Africa as the motherland, because when we embrace Africa and accept the fact that we as Caribbean are from Africa, everything will come into place. The language, the culture,
Yes.
everything will come into place.
Yes.
But
And
the
that is
first
also
step is
because
acceptance.
in here in the Caribbean, going to school,
You
they
get me?
tell us that are you hearing me? Are you hearing me? You hearing me? Hello? Okay, the net again is all right. Let's see if he will come back on stream. So guys, welcome to the live. Like the live, share the live, let others know that we are on. Yes, we have important. This is an important topic, guys, and it's powerful discussion. And guys, thank you very much for those of you who are in the comment section. Keeping the comment section active, I really do appreciate it. Guys, feel free to participate. All right, feel free to participate. Let me see if I get Kenyan this back online. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. There is like, something is trying to sabotage this since this conversation this afternoon, but I am determined this will go successful. I will not give up. I will not give up. Let me try and see if I get him back on screen. Hello, are you there? Okay. Yeah, so guys, I don't know, it's like something is trying to sabotage this conversation. It's a powerful conversation, and but I will not give up. Let me see if I get Kenyan this back on stream with me. Okay, he's back. My brother, are you there?
I here.
Yes.
I there here. You
Yeah.
see, they are trying to cut us off, but we are here,
Yeah.
and we asking God to protect us.
That's right. That's right. Amen, my brother. Amen. We will not give up. We will not give up. They're trying to sabotage this
Yeah.
conversation, but we will not give up. Yes. So you were speaking about I lost my train of thought there. What was the last thing you were speaking about?
Yeah. You hear?
Yeah. Yeah. What was the last thing you were speaking about? I lost my train of thought.
The last thing I said was about if all Caribbeans embrace that they
Yeah.
originally came from Africa, everything will fall in place. Like, for example, the language, and the root of it is just acceptance first. Like, for
That's
example,
right.
we tell people the first step for you to come close to God is for you to accept first.
Yes.
When you
Yes. That's
accept
true.
first, yeah, that's
Yeah.
the root of everything. Accept, and
Yeah.
then everything will fall at place.
That's
Because
right. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
true,
Mm-hmm.
truth to be told, we are looking forward for the unity of black people, all black people,
Yep.
Africans, Africans, Caribbeans, and Africans in diaspora. We are
Yeah.
looking forward for the unity of both of us, because with that unity is when we will have to take over, because we are the best.
That's right. Of
So,
course.
and that's why you see all this sabotaging, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why you see all this sabotaging. When you talk something positive about Africa, they don't want to hear that. So we need all Africa, all black people, all Africans, to be
Yeah.
united. So I was saying, Caribbeans, my biggest message to them is that let's embrace Africa.
That's right. And and I got back my train of thought while you was saying this, going to school here in the Caribbean, we are told you must learn a foreign language. And when you ask what is
Yeah,
the foreign language you must learn, is either French, Spanish, and English. And when I think about it, these are the colonizers, the very same people that colonize our people, and you have
yeah,
to learn their language. So why can't we learn an African language? Now, Jamaica and Zambia said my children
yeah,
are learning Swahili. And Jamaican Zambia, I compliment you, my dear friend. Kudos on that, because I myself is teaching my children Swahili. I think Swahili is a very easy language. It's fun. I love Swahili. I love Swahili.
yeah.
Nigerian pidgin, we have this dialect in our language, but Swahili is a very, very excellent language. Yes, Sisi, I welcome you. Welcome, my dear friend. Hello, hello. Sisi is a Nigerian sister of mine, always logging in. Thank you, my dear friend, for logging in. Thank you, Pansy Scale. This is what Pansy Scale always logging in, saying good afternoon to everyone, all the way from Jamaica. She's always here with me when I come on stream. So thank you very much, Pansy Scale. Thank you very much. Yes. So you said that you made reference about Caribbeans who are ashamed of the African identity. What is your message to Caribbeans? Not all, but some of our Caribbean, because unfortunately there are some Caribbeans, whether Jamaica,
Yeah.
Grenada, wherever island they are on, they do not see themselves as Africans. They are ashamed of the African identity. What is your message to them?
My message to some of the Caribbeans, or few of those who are ashamed of this identity, is to tell them that whenever you are given a place or a room in someone's house, someone has 3-bedroom house and he has given you a room there, and he has told you, I want you to come to stay with me in this house. I will give you one room, but I want you to do this. Don't come with your clothes. Come the way you are.
Yes.
My brother, my sister, you will not be safe there. You will not have the freedom, because anytime this man will throw you out. See what
Hmm.
is happening to migrants. The people of the country, whatever happened to Britain, are telling them, we need our country back. You go back to your country. Because in Africa is the only place where you embrace, they will tell you not to go, where you are,
Yeah.
back to your country, because it is your home. They cannot
Yes.
send you away. But in other country where you embrace and love, yes, I understand you are born there. Maybe you are in the West, you are born there and you are black, and that is your own country. But the best thing that can happen in your life as a man, as a woman, as a human being, is for you to know your identity.
That's
If
right.
you know your identity and you know yourself, everything will flow at its place. The ancestors will bless you because you are back to the roots. But
Yeah.
when you ignore, or when you say, I don't want anything to do with this African identity, I don't want anything to do with this black identity, yes, you will see that you are growing well. But your generation, eh, somewhere at your generation, maybe, let me allow me to use this word, it's a curse, because you are running away from ancestors. So this
Mm.
curse may not attack you, but somewhere, maybe in your second or that generation, it will affect you. But
Yeah.
if you embrace and you know your identity, blessings after blessings, blessings after. Tell me, my brother,
Yeah, that's right.
why
That's
don't
right.
you want to embrace a world or a continent or your ancestry or your originated a place that is full of gold, honey, and milk? You know,
Yeah, yeah,
it is full
it
of
is.
gold, honey, and milk. So you may see yourself maybe struggling in someone's land, in another land. It's because maybe you are speaking bad to the ancestors. You don't want
Yeah,
to associate yourself with the ancestors, and the ancestors are hearing us. They are.
yes. Mhm.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
even if you are far away from the motherland and you don't know anything about the motherland, and you don't know your connection, just accept. When someone asks you, are you from Africa? Or are you just be bold and say, yes, I'm here in Britain, but I am proud Africa, even if you
Yeah,
don't know anything about it. Just embrace. It's just acceptance. When your
yeah.
tongue speaks good things, you get good things.
That's right. That's right. Francis Kelly is saying the reason why some of us neglect our African identity is because of what we were taught, and that is so true. Just last night I was having an argument with my own mother, about her
Yeah,
African identity. It's like I said, I said, why you need to open your eyes. You are too brainwashed for too long. Well, that didn't go well with her. But we were discussing about Haiti, what was going on in Haiti, and the lies about Haiti it's ridiculous,
yeah,
and a lot of us is believing the lies that the media is putting out there about Haiti. But let me ask you this tough question. Barbecue,
yeah.
do you see him as a freedom fight? Because I talk a lot about Haiti sometimes in my videos. Do you see Barbecue as a freedom fighter or a gang leader who's just causing trouble?
It's a very tough question for me, and I've been trying hard for so long to get my stand on this issue of Haiti and barbecue. But when I saw our Kenyan President William Ruto uh, being, he was given something to send the troop in Haiti, and he was being given. You saw him the other time smiling and laughing, because the
Yeah,
packet, the
yeah.
brown. He went there to receive the brown package. So
The
when
brown
I saw
envelope.
our Kenyan president, when I
Yeah.
saw our Kenyan president going there laughing, and I knew there is something. And allow me to say this.
Hmm.
I don't know if we are safe, but allow me to say this. The people who sent our president or Kenya is the US, okay?
Yes.
And
Yeah.
they were surprised.
Yeah.
They went to Jamaica. They asked countries in the Caribbean countries, some of them they rejected the offer. Some countries in Africa they rejected the offer. But Kenya needed the money. Kenya needed the money, and William Ruto accepted the offer because he is a man who loved money. So he accepted the offer, and he sent our police, the troop, to Haiti. So
Yeah.
when I saw this, I came to learn that maybe this country, the US, is in an election period. They don't want to set themselves with something that is bloody. So they
Yeah.
had to use people. And
Yeah.
the only people they used is a black brother to fight a
That's
black
right.
brother to go. You
Exactly.
know,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's just like I was telling my friends that just like it happened during slavery, black brothers sold our black brothers, and this is what is happening in Haiti. You
That's
know,
right. Yeah.
so
Yeah.
why did they have their military? They have
Yeah.
their allies. Some countries is the allies who are, but why did they have to come to Africa and more so to Kenya? And let me tell you, we Kenya and Haiti, we don't have a large diplomacy between us. We
Yeah.
don't have diplomacy history. Do you know that? We
No,
don't
I
have
don't know that.
diplomacy history
I
between
don't know
Kenya and
that.
Haiti.
Yeah,
It's
I didn't
only
know that.
it's only it's only the last time, like our former president went to Jamaica, but we don't have diplomacy history between Kenya and Haiti, but because of that brown package, and that's how we solve our brother. But for me, as my stand, the question you have asked me, I see Barbecue as a fighter. I don't see him as a gang leader for me.
That's right. That's right. I want to welcome Maria Trotman. Welcome to the live. I think I saw you before on one of my lives, but welcome, my dear sister. Thank you for joining this conversation. And I do agree with you, Maria Trotman. I think Kenyan Beast also agrees that he's a freedom fighter. Because Kenyan Beast, I had another Pan Africanist a while, sometime maybe 2 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, and I asked him the very same question. And he said, if you want to know someone that is a freedom fighter or someone who is just causing trouble, look at the message. Look at the message of
Yeah,
the individual.
the
And
message.
when I listen to the message of Barbecue, it is clear Barbecue is a freedom fighter, because Barbecue has made it clear, I am not fighting against my people. I am fighting for my people. I'm fighting against the system that is continuing to oppress us since 1804.
And
And
and another thing,
you said something right.
and-
Just stick up in there. You said something right,
yeah,
that this is the same tactics they continue to use over and over again. And I don't know why some of us fail to see that since it was in the days of slavery, they used our own people to fight our own people.
yeah,
A very good example of that is our rebellion here in Grenada. Our rebellion was led by a man named Julian Fedon and our African enslaved people. Julian Fedon was he was a mulatto. His father was a French businessman, and his mother was a housemaid that was raped by his father. So she was an African
yeah,
enslaved person, and he didn't like how the British, because Grenada and was under control by the British and the French until the British took over. And Julian
yeah,
Ferrand didn't like how his people on his mother's side, which is his African people, was being treated. And he rise up to fight what was going on. He heard what was going on in Haiti, and he rise up to rebel. Do you know what they did? The British here in Grenada, they sent for reinforcement in other Caribbean islands, and they did not send other British soldiers. They took other enslaved people on the bigger islands, going up for Jamaica, all these places, and send them to Grenada to suppress their own brothers and sisters that were fighting for their freedom. So it is the same tactics that we see that is happening over and over again. So
yeah.
you said it right. Yeah, go ahead. I know I interrupted you, but go ahead. What you were saying.
Another example, you are telling me if you want to know if he is a freedom fighter or someone, a gang leader, you look at the message. And another thing I want to add on that, look at the people who are blocking the message. Who are they?
Yeah,
Who are they? The
the
people
one
who don't want
percent.
to reach other people. Who are they?
Yeah,
They
yeah,
are they are betrayers. They are colonizers. And this issue of using brothers to fight brothers is happening even in Africa. For example, our great leader from Africa, Thomas Sankara. Thomas Sankara was terminated by black people, and those black people were used by the oppressors.
yeah,
These leaders, the leaders who are showing to move Africa ahead, they are being terminated by black brothers, but those black brothers are being used by the oppressors. So it's the
yes,
same tactic, and that's why every day I tell my people, we have to open our brains. We have to be. We know right now. We know. So barbecue, Haiti, there is some people, they don't want something in Haiti, so
and
they are using
let
to
me
fight
let, let
this.
me say let me say this. Now, Pansy Skelly said most of the guns in Jamaica comes from Haiti. Did you know that? No, Pansy Skelly, I didn't know that. But what I want to help us understand. Um, I am not saying that all men with guns in Haiti are freedom fighters. Not all of them
Yeah,
are freedom fighters. That is the truth. there are some of them, they are outright, opportunists, criminals that are exploiting the situation
Yeah,
in Haiti.
yeah,
So not even Barbecue himself. Now, I really wish I could have shared the video where Barbecue was talking about that. Even Barbecue himself said that these men do not understand what they are fighting for. They were one time he had to take time to explain to them that the enemy is not against each other. The enemy is the system that we are fighting.
yeah.
So yes, we have Jamaican Zambia saying Maria Trotman exactly. He will become one if he isn't one as yet. Of course, and I totally believe that. Yes. Now, kind of moving away from the barbecue situation, let's move back again to the CARICOM community and the African community. Well, CARICOM Africa is one. Okay, we are one.
Yeah.
Um, what are your thoughts about the deployments in Haiti?
My thoughts about
Your thoughts about the deployments, the troops that was sent to Haiti? What are your thoughts on that?
my thoughts, as I have told you, the countries that accepted to send troops in Haiti, there's a packet, there's a brown packet that was passing, and
Yeah.
it's evident. It's evident.
Mm.
I will talk about the troops that came from Kenya. Our own president William Samuel Ruto, he's a man of, he do business left, right, center. I give him that. I congratulate. He's a very good businessman and he loves money. So, as I have told you, some countries in Africa, they were approached and they declined. Some countries in Caribbean, they were approached and they declined. But because Kenya needed the money, and not Kenya, because William Ruto needed the money, he gave our people to Haiti. So it is betrayal in the city. I may say that.
Yeah.
Betrayal in the city, because the money that was given to William Ruto is not the money that is helping Kenya, because we cannot be helped by bloody money. So that money is going in his pocket. I can tell you that. So the troops or the countries that accepted to send troops to Haiti, they were given something. There's money on the table, and these are the same politicians. The politicians who agree are the same who are eating our countries. They are the same who are most corrupt. They are the puppets to the West. To
Yeah.
the West. Let me say that they
That's
are the
right. Yeah. I
puppets.
mean, you got to
Yeah,
you got to you got to you got to call out the giant. Just name the giant. They are puppets. And
yeah.
that's just the truth about it. Now, comment? What is your message to upcoming Pan Africanists? Like ourselves. That is looking to contribute in bridging the gap. Bringing us as one people. What is your message to upcoming Pan Africanists?
My message to upcoming Pan-Africanists. First of all, this is the thing I always say, and I will say, and I will tell them. When you are upcoming Pan-Africanists and you are in social media, for example, you are here in YouTube, giving message. Most of them, they are here because there is money on the table. Okay, and when there is finance, when there is cash on the table, they give out, they talk. But when there is some hitch on the financial way, they run away.
Yeah.
So my message to them is that do it from your heart. Do let Don't do it because you have seen a Grenadian ambassador doing it. Don't do it because you have seen Kenyan beast doing it. Because along the way, you will change the message.
Yeah.
Along the way, you will, do it with your heart. When you do it with your heart,
That's right. Yeah.
even if not, for example, me, even if I'm not doing it here online. I have my friends when I walk, I tell them,
Yeah.
you have to unite. You have
Yeah.
to do this. Because even today, one of my friends told me, why don't you sign for the green card? Because there's a green card lottery going on here in Kenya. Why don't you sign for the green card? I told him, My heart is not in the US because the green card is for US. I told him I don't see myself going to live forever in the US. I can go
Yeah,
there, visit because visit and come back, but I cannot go there for good and ditch my country, my African country. I have a lot to do here in Africa because
yeah,
I cannot be preaching Pan-Africanism. I cannot be preaching about the unity of Africa, and then
yeah.
along the way, I ran away from Africa.
That's true. Yeah,
Yet, with the green card not coming back anytime soon. So, if my message to the upcoming Pan African is do it with your heart.
yeah,
Know what you are trying to do. You can do it when there is something on the table. You can do it when there is not something on the table. Because a lot of leaders, politicians, some of them started as Pan-Africanism, but along
right.
the
Yeah,
way, they were
true.
there was a brown, I call it brown package passing around. Whenever they saw it,
Wrong
they
envelope. Yeah.
yeah, brown envelope. So when you have decided to be a Pan-African, do it knowing that this is my motherland and this is my home. There is nowhere better than home. And
That's
I
right.
can just tell them, I tell them always, the grass is not green on the other side as they think.
Yeah, yeah, and that's so true. You know, the grass is. I mean, how I see it, and it is the fact that Africa is rising up again. You know, we are
Yeah,
getting to know the truth. We are getting. That is the reason why we are doing this. We are getting to know the
yeah,
truth,
sure.
and I want to highlight what you just said, Kenyan base, is that when it comes to Pan Africanism, you have to do it with your heart, because if you don't do it with your heart, your message will change, and we have seen this happening time and time again. But even my own experience, when I decided, you know what, I will go into this full time. I will dedicate myself to doing this. And
Yeah,
I tell you, brothers and sisters, the sacrifice. There's a price to be a Pan Africanist. There's
sacrifice.
a price to pay. You know, there are
Yeah,
some. I mean, there are friends you're going to lose along the way. They are, family members you will be at odds with. You will argue with them. And sometimes it's not their fault. It's because of the colonizers. They are still
let,
colonizing the mind, and you have to
let me
deal
tell
with that.
you,
You know.
I was talking about Uganda some days back,
Yeah.
when we had the issue of Gen Z in Kenya, Gen Z in Uganda. You remember?
Yes, I remember clearly.
Yeah, there's a video I talked about our president, our eldest president from Uganda, the one who have served for more than 38 years.
Yeah.
I was talking something about him, and it went viral. And let me tell you, one Ugandan who is from opposition party texted me on emailed me and told me, my brother from Kenya, you are doing good job. Please, please, please continue doing that job, because here in Uganda we cannot talk like that. So you are
Yeah.
helping us to give people the message. And
Yeah.
I said, because I was telling myself, if this guy, if the president of Uganda have come across this video, am I safe?
You might have been in prison or something.
Yeah, because let me tell you, one content creator from Uganda just said something about the first we call what, the president and the wife, we call the first family.
Yeah.
He said something about the first family, and in the midst of him saying, there's a word, I think he cursed. There's a curse word that passed. Ah, my friend, he is in jail for 6 years.
Wow. Wow. Yeah.
So
That,
whatever you are speaking about, there is something we may lose. You are right.
that's true. Yeah, and it is true, because yeah, Pan Africanism is a serious thing. It's a serious field. And but I want to come like this now. I mean, bro, I have seen you. I mean, you have been doing this for quite a while, way, way, way back when. I am just a new
Yeah,
kid on the block. And I am
yeah,
seeing you growing from one stage to another stage, and I see the passion that not just you have for Jamaica. I understand Jamaica, the relationship that you guys have, but I know you have a
Yeah,
passion for the Caribbean entirely. And not
yeah,
only not only Caribbean, but even our brothers and sisters in North America. I don't leave them out. They are part of this as well. Um, I mean, we would like to see. I would like my vision, my aspirations is to see that one day how it is easy to travel to the United States, the UK, and all these places. It will be easy for you guys to come to the Caribbean, that you can be a part, you can experience what you are talking about. We can, as you said, we can intermingle, we can intermarry. I would like to see I have 3 sons, my sons grow up one day, and
yeah,
Daddy, I want to get married to a Kenyan. Oh, well, you have my 100% support, my son. You know,
yeah,
how can we in this world where we are restricted as Africans, whether you are on the continent or in the diaspora, we are up against a system that is not for us, restricting us on all levels from visiting each other. How can we I don't know, how can we create an environment in advocating for easy access um, to visit one another?
First of all, we are being restricted to visit one another easily because they know whenever we meet, we have that diplomacy, we have that relationship. Whenever the minds of Africans and the minds of Caribbeans come together,
Yeah,
we will we'll have a bombshell, and we will be better. So they are trying. There's some things they are trying to block us to know or to hide from us. So
yeah,
that's why they are making it hard. That's why they're making it hard for us to visit each other. But what we can do, first of all, what we can do is to find leaders who are not politicians. There's a difference between a politician and a leader.
yeah.
A
That's
politician
right.
is a liar. A
Yeah,
politician have interest, his own interest. A politician is looking for his gains, but a leader does not want his people to suffer. Very, we have very big difference between a leader and a politician. So we have to find leaders to put in power. For
yeah,
example, whatever is happening, I don't know if you are aware on what is happening in Burkina Faso.
yeah, yeah,
I don't know if you're aware of Ibrahim Traore, whatever he's doing in Burkina Faso, he's doing it as a leader. He's not doing it as a politician. So,
yeah,
first of all, first step of us to achieve that goal, because it is a goal number 10. For us to reach the goal number 10, we need to do some things. We need to go to step 1, 2, 3, 4, so that we can reach number 10. And step
that's
1
right.
is for all Caribbeans to unite. Caribbeans
Yeah,
unite. I remember there was a union. I think it's 1988. Back there, the Union of Caribbeans. When there's a time when a time came and Jamaica did referendum and they withdrew from the union. If you know that one.
yeah. I think I'm aware of
So
that. Yeah,
yeah. So the first step is for all Caribbean country to unite, Caribbean country to have the covalent bond, the
yeah,
bond of Caribbean countries to be strong. African countries, if African countries unite and Caribbean countries unite, and these two meet, we are unbeatable. We will be strong.
yeah.
For example, let me give you an example. Burkina Faso has cancelled license of certain mining license to certain companies from the West. By doing
Mm-hmm.
so, now regulating how gold is being mined from their country, the price. Now they are trying to block the exploitation. By doing this, some countries from the West, they will so they will have to do a legit business with Burkina Faso so that they can get resources.
Yeah.
So if a country like Burkina Faso or a country or countries in Africa, we go this way, the West will have to beg Africans. Let
Mhm.
me tell you, this unity, when we unite and these things we are talking, we achieve. West countries, the countries like Britain, UK, France, Germany, name them, America, they will be begging like to be friends with you. Like, my brother, yes, we are America. And this generation, we did not colonize you. So, I'm a good guy. That guy, I don't know about that guy, but can I be your friend? They will be
Yeah.
begging us to be friends. You know,
True, true.
it will take bold move, and bold
Yeah,
move is for the leaders of these countries, Jamaica, Grenada, the African countries, not to be corrupt, not
yeah,
to be used as puppets,
yeah.
to value the country they are in, to value their country. That's the first step, because we cannot talk about we cannot talk about how we will do away with the restriction of movement from Caribbean to Africa if we haven't deal with the issue number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4, because we have
Yeah,
a lot to achieve.
yeah.
We have a lot
That's
to
true.
achieve so that we can go there.
That's true, and you said it rightly. That is why I am never in favor whenever there is this commotion among ourselves in the Caribbean, because I always say we cannot talk about the unity of Africa if we cannot unite with each other as Caribbean people. It takes unity here, and it takes unity because you
Yeah,
see when Bob Marley sang "Africa Unite," I think we missed that message. Bob Marley was
we
not
missed.
only referring to the Africans on the continent, he was referring to African everywhere on the diaspora, and that includes the
Yeah,
Caribbean. We must unite here, we must unite on the continent, and then we will be a force, to be reckoned with. I want to. Time is already against us, so we are coming to a close. But I want to highlight something I saw. I think I highlighted from Zambia. Okay, Zambia says you see Burkina Faso. The children know where African drip to school. What is that? What is this African drip?
now in Burkina Faso, let me tell you, in Burkina Faso right now, let me show you. In Burkina Faso right now, the students, or we call what students, the school children, they have been introduced to wearing the attires which are tradition. They are, we call what, these are attires like the cultural attires.
Okay.
So let me it is like this. Let me show you, let me tell you how it is right now in Burkina Faso, whatever has happened in Burkina Faso. And it's something that I have loved so much.
Yeah.
Now, Burkina Faso adapts traditional attire as school uniform to promote the country's culture.
Mm.
Now, the country cultures. Now, the school uniform will be traditional attires, the attires of Burkina Faso. What do you think about that?
Nothing. Nothing French. Nothing French. It's all now African. That's right.
And let me tell you what's happening in Burkina Faso, with the link of what you are talking about. The Ibrahim Traore is dealing with issue of security, is dealing with issue of relationship with the other countries, and more so is dealing with the issue of education to the youths. Because if the youths are educated and taught
Yeah.
our ways, they know. But for now, you find children in Africa, they are learning the books, they are learning about the West countries. They are learning about, So
Yeah.
if we are being introduced in our traditional things like this that is happening, that is the pillar.
That's
That
right.
is the
That's right.
pillar.
You know, he reminds me a lot
One
about Maurice
example,
Bishop.
I was telling someone today that the whites, the colonizers, because my friend was telling me the colonizers did what they did because they were knowledgeable than us, and I was telling him, no, Africans, we were we had knowledge, we had a lot of knowledge, but they came with their knowledge. They came with certain things. They came with
Yes.
the system. For example, they came with the Christianity. They came with not Christianity, religion.
Well,
Religion. They came with their education, and we were forced to leave our education way and follow their education way. We were
yeah,
forced to
yeah.
leave we were forced to leave our religion way and follow their religion way. So
That's right.
we were trapped in their own house. So
Yeah.
it made them easy to colonize us, because if they came just like they were and without bringing religion and their education system to us, we were better than them.
Yeah.
We were better than them.
That's true. That's
They
true.
had they had to change us first so
Yes.
that they can rule us.
Yes.
You
And
know?
so true. So true.
Have you got
Can't
that?
believe I got that. That's so true. And you know, you said something powerful there. It's all about. There's a lot of comments in the comment section, so I'm trying to go through it. Okay, I don't want to ignore anyone. So can't believe you. Welcome, welcome to the live. This is another Nigerian brother, all the way from Nigeria. Thank you, my dear brother, for joining.
Yeah.
Also, I want to acknowledge Apostle Rachel Pilgrim. Welcome, my dear friend. The West cannot survive without Africa. That's so true.
The West cannot survive without Africa, and Africans have to realize that. And that's why
Yeah.
I've said we don't need politicians. We need leaders.
Yes. Yes.
When the leaders realize the West cannot survive without us, that's where we will start growing. Let me tell you something. Our leaders, our politicians who are right now here, I see them giving good speeches. I see Ramaphosa giving good speech. I see William Ruto giving good speech. I see Ghanaian president who is going giving good speech. But we don't want speeches. We want actual on the ground.
Action. Yes.
So
That's right.
when they
Yeah.
realize, when and that's why I'm urging the youth, the youth, first of all, be educated about your country, about your continent. Know the laws, know the
Yeah.
constitution. From there, know what happened some years back. Let us learn the history and then to find our place. What do we do now for us not to go the way of our ancestors?
That's right. That's right. Time is already against us because I know it's a bit late on your side, so I'm trying to go through much the
No, it's
important
not.
issues.
It's yeah.
All right. Do you have time? I mean, if you have time, we could go through. I
Pardon?
need to go. Yeah. All right. So
Yeah,
we
yeah,
have
yeah. Sure,
we
I have
have
time.
Nola. We have Nola.
I have time.
Those Caribbean people that are ashamed of their identity have been totally brainwashed with the colonial system, and that's so true. That's true. You know.
Sure.
Uh, and I
Let me
am
let me tell you,
I am
brother.
not ashamed. Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah.
Let me tell you, brother. When you are these Caribbean that they are ashamed of identity, they are being brainwashed. Yes. Let me tell you this one. When your neighbor, when your neighbor has cooked meat and rice, and you
Yeah.
are eating vegetable at your house, you cannot run your house and start, you start praising your neighbor that this neighbor is good, even my place is bad, let me go and stay there. You cannot do that. You have to find ways to keep your house well so that you can eat meat later,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
that's what Africans and Caribbeans have to do. They have to find ways to embrace their countries, to love their countries. You don't have to be ashamed of your country. If you are ashamed of the motherland, find ways to change the motherland. If you are ashamed of your country, Grenada, then find
Yeah.
ways to shape Grenada to be the way you want. Find
Yes.
good
Yes.
leadership, leaders put there. So if you are ashamed of your country, don't talk bad of it. Don't run your country. Don't run the motherland. Find
Yes.
ways to make it better.
And Patrick Lumumba, I admire that gentleman. One of the greatest mentor out there. Patrick Lumumba rightly said it. The problem with Africa and the Caribbean, because whenever we mention Africa and the Caribbean has we are now. You cannot mention Africa without mentioning the Caribbean. You cannot mention the Caribbean without mentioning Africa. Africa and the Caribbean, the
Yeah,
problem with us is that we continue to elect bad leadership, and that is he was on point with that. You know, if if we are able,
yeah.
if we are able to get rid of the corrupt leaders, the puppets, and put leaders that love the country for the people, that will stand with the people, by the people, just like Ibrahim in Burkina Faso, I think we will we will have great things in store for us.
For example, I give you example of South Africa. South Africa had a president called Jacob Zuma, and Cyrus Ramaphosa was his vice president. After the reign of Jacob Zuma, they went to vote again. And when they went to vote again, people still elected Ramaphosa, who was the deputy president, knowing very well he was in the government and they didn't do anything. How
True.
on earth will you bring someone they were together in the government? Now you are saying that let me bring his brother, maybe he can do something, or his friend. For example, even here in Kenya, we had a president called Uhuru Kenyatta, and the vice president was William Ruto. And somehow William Ruto convinced Kenyans that, you know what, the government that has passed has not done anything. Now what? I want you to elect me. I will do much than my brothers done on earth, surely. And with all our minds and brains, we went and voted for the deputy president of the president who stole from us, who had corruption issues, who killed people. Now we are taking his deputy to put there. You see?
Yeah, it's sad. It's really sad. Yeah, it's really sad.
Now
It's really sad.
there is a situation I was seeing. There is a situation I was seeing in Jamaica, and I don't know. Maybe a Jamaican will tell me. Uh, the government that is in power right now is for that guy is called what? The president of Jamaica, the prime minister,
Andrew Holness.
Andrew Holness. Andrew Holness. I hear the opposition that is fighting with Andrew Holness, the PNP. They were in some times back. They were in power for long. So now they want to go back in power again. And I was asking one of my friends from Jamaica, when PNP was in power, did they do anything good for the people? And he was like, yeah, they tried. Oh my goodness. So we are recycling ourselves with bad leaders.
Yes,
We are taking this
yes,
thief, we are just changing thieves. We're just changing thieves
that's right.
because
And that is why I
because
was
of the
telling my
power
audience,
level.
I told my audience the other day that I have waged war on politics, and on my channel
Yeah,
I don't speak about politicians. I don't, unless it is something important to speak about. But politics and
yeah,
two things: politics and religion. These are two things that I've waged war on, that is dividing us. These are the two things
yeah,
that are dividing us. Now, I want to highlight Maria Trotman says, without Africa, the West would be a third world status. That is so true, Maria Trotman. But there's another comment that you gave. The colonizers also came with firearms to force their systems. Now, did you know, Kenyan, this is something that was new to me recently, because we were taught in schools, in the history books, that the impression they gave whoever the white man who told the history is that the weapons, the equipments that were used to enslave our African brothers and sisters were produced in Africa. That was a lie. you know. But then I had, thanks to
Yeah.
give a big shout out to Ambassador Anago. I had him on as a guest speaker from Nigeria, and he helped me to understand the weapons and everything came from Europe. They came well prepared, well prepared. And I want to ask you a question. Now, you know,
Yeah.
there are some Caribbeans, you know, I can only speak for Caribbean because I'm here. There are some of us Caribbeans,
Yeah.
not all, some of us Caribbeans that is still holding resentment that, oh, you know, some of our African brothers and sisters betrayed their own people and sell them into slavery, and they still hold that resentment to this day. Can you speak to that? What is your message to them?
Uh here locally we call it grudge. You still holding grudge.
Yeah,
Still yeah, still saying that they did this to us, so that you still have that pain in your heart. So what I can say to that is that, when that's what I was talking about, knowledge. We have to gain knowledge on this, and we have to understand that it was a system planned for that to happen. But right now, if this the people, the colonizers or the oppressors, they want us to continue holding that pain and that grudge so that we can continue living like this. When
yeah,
we continue holding grudge, we continue being disunited. We are being they are continuing imposing, maybe doing what we call this exploitations. You know, when we have this pain that we are holding and the
I'm
grudge,
not, your
that's
mic,
what they want.
your mic, something is wrong with your mic. I'm not hearing you clearly.
Now, am I okay?
Yeah, you're up, yeah, a little bit
Am I
better. Yeah,
okay?
you can go. Yes, yes, you can go ahead. Yeah.
I'm saying this. I'm saying this. The oppressors and the colonizers, they want us to continue holding grudges and having that
Yeah,
pain,
yeah,
because they know when we continue holding these grudges, we will not unite. And that's what they want. That's why I'm telling my people, let's have this knowledge. Let's know this is their way to divide us. So what we need to do is to go around them and unite and forgive our ancestors. Forgive our ancestors and embrace peace between us. When we do that, we will be the best. But whatever they want us to continue holding the grudge in our heart, saying that they did this bad to us, they did this bad to us. They want us to
yeah.
continue like that. Whenever we continue like that, they are so happy. So we need to stop that. We need to stop that to make better future for our children, our grandchildren.
Yes, yes, that's
Because
true.
we are building something not for us. We are building something for our grandchildren. Better
Yeah,
life for them. Whatever we do right now, there is this situation when you do right now. Sometimes you see some people here in Kenya. We talk this one. We say, I see this family having a lot of. I don't know what my grandfather was doing when this man was looting this land. Yeah.
yeah,
So I don't want my grandchildren to speak like that on me, saying that I don't know what my grandfather was doing when people were building their countries. I don't want that. Let's unite. The pain we are holding in our heart, that's what they want us to continue to be.
that's true. That's true. And that is very powerful and very important statement that you made here. Let me highlight a few. We coming to an end, guys. So, guys, thank you very much. I want to acknowledge. I see you guys in the comment section. My audience, thank you. Well, I know it's a mixture of audience. Kenyan Beast, we have fans from Kenyan Beast channel, fans from my channel that is normally here. So, thank you, guys. Thank you for participating. Thank you for keeping the comment section active. Yeah. Um, Let me highlight a few, and then we will look to end because time is already against us. Apostle Rachel Pilgrim says the West is using aid to fool those puppet leaders in Africa, and that we see that happening. It's a cycle. It's a cycle. So it is indeed true that. Are you there, Kenembis? Kenembis, are you there? All right. So we lost Kenembis there for a while. All right, but let we go. He will be back with us. So let me just highlight some of the things. So true, Apostle Pilgrim. Yeah, they keep using. That this is the tactics that they continue to use over and over again. We have Nola. The meteorite long time ago fell on the island of Haiti. Right. We have Can Believe You. Okay, Nola, get to find all the material of the meteorite. What is sent to rocket space is the third form for millions a ton. Yeah, Haiti was once the pole of the Caribbean. So Nola, I understand where you're coming from. Haiti was once the pole of the Caribbean, and they okay. So Kenyan, this will be back. Yeah, and what they did is really, really. It is America and France that have Haiti in this situation. Is there nobody to be blamed? It is France and America that have set Haiti in this vulnerable situation that they're in. And it's ridiculous sometimes. It's ridiculous sometimes that some of us fail to understand that. Yeah. So, can't believe you. Yes, some Black Americans are too ashamed of the motherland. Can't believe you. Sisi is saying Hashima. So we don't want to get into that because we don't want to cause any confusion and all these things. But Nola, they then sell it on to all that make rockets and to go to space. And who do you think is doing this? The man in the okay. So Kenyan Beast is back. Yes, Kenyan Beast is back. All right. So we
Bundles.
yes. Yes. They have not succeeded. I mean, they're trying hard, but they have not succeeded. Right.
Yeah.
I think, yeah. So I have highlighted all the other comments there. No questions. So, guys, if you have any questions, we have a few minutes remaining. I will give this live about 10 minutes more. If we have 10 minutes more remaining, ask questions. If you have any questions for Kenyan Beast, please ask. And those of you who don't know Kenyan Beast or you are not acquainted, well, I doubt you don't know him. He's a popular YouTuber now, very popular. So go ahead, go to his channel, Kenyan Beast. Subscribe. The guy has a passion for for Caribbean people, African, his people. We are all one people. The guy has a passion, and go subscribe. Give him the support, guys. If you can support him financially, you can support him by sharing, liking, telling others, about his channel. Please, I will, when he's happy, I am happy. So please help him out, and please help him grow his channel.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm hopefully, I don't want to make any big announcement, but hopefully, you guys will soon see me on the other side. So hopefully,
Yeah.
this.
Just hold.
Yeah, yeah. We don't want to. I don't want to reveal much. I don't want to reveal much. So, Kenyan, is there anything else? Any last words? Anything else as we close? Any last words?
Any last word? First of all, I'll start by all Africans who are watching me, the people who are from Africa, from Kenya, from these African countries. I have a message for them, and my message for them is that the borders that we see, border between Uganda and Kenya, border between Kenya and Tanzania, and Kenya and Rwanda, border between Congo and Rwanda, these borders, someone sat down in a conference somewhere in Geneva and drew these borders. And
Yeah.
it has played bigger role in dividing us.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
I want to tell my African brothers, let us not be divided by the borders that were drew by the pen. Someone
Yeah.
sat down with a pen. I even don't know even if those days the pens, it was ink pen or pencil or, I even don't know. but someone sat down with a pen and drew borders that divided Africans. So we are being divided by these borders, and let us not be divided by that. Let us learn to embrace one another. Kenyan, let's embrace Uganda. Congo, let's embrace Nigerian. That's the first step. Unity, because we are talking about the unity of Africa. We are talking
Yeah.
about one Africa. And that is something that I know maybe it cannot come easily. But if the people of this country unites, because we meet on social media, I have friends from Nigeria, South Africa, we meet on social media. If we love each other, the politicians will not have any other reason to make it happen. The
Yeah.
unity of Africa. And another thing, politician is not someone who can be trusted. Don't trust politician even if it's your father.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We are the people who we give this politician work, we give them job, but they go there and steal from us. But what I'm saying is, let's put politicians there with the credentials, the leadership credentials, the leadership, they have that leadership something, Let's just
Yeah.
not put them there because they have give us something small. I saw in Nigeria the other time when they were announcing they will go to protest, the Gen Z protest. Let me tell you what happened. The Nigerian government gave women, our mothers, they gave them bag of rice for them not to go to protest. How can bag of rice change the life of your grandchildren to come? How can bag of rice change your life? We shall not live with food alone. A man will not live by bread alone. It is in the Bible for those who read the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
As African people, a lot of us, we are living with the bread alone. When
Yeah.
you get your bread today, now you are okay. I was watching a documentary from South Sudan. South Sudan is a country that is full of oil. I was watching it. A man saying that he's being paid $60 per month, and it's a country full of oil. So let me ask you, if that country has a good government and everything, things will be okay there. But because we are putting bad leaders on power, because we are just looking for the bread, this bread, this bread will put here for 3 days of bread. Moles will go around the bread. So it cannot even, the bread even not go for 1 month.
Jamaican
So,
Zambia says, Jamaican Zambia says they love too much rice. That's the problem.
yeah, bag of rice, jollof rice. So Nigerians were given jollof rice. And
Yeah.
in Kenya, we stood, we went to parliament, and we said no to the financial bill because the financial bill was imposed to us by the oppressors. So, my African brothers, please, it's not about food. It's not about food. The other time, Ugandan President Yoweri Museveni told Ugandans, I was hearing that. I was sitting on my television watching him telling Ugandans, in Uganda, we have enough food. What else do you want? That was a statement. I was pained a lot because Museveni, now he has given Ugandans food. It's enough. No good roads, no economic growth.
Mm.
You know, it's not about, I know black people, we love food because I cannot go to a party where there's no food. Party is food.
Yeah.
Party.
And then there must be meat in the food. I can't eat
They
food
must
without
they
meat.
must be meat. Even if I've come to your house, even if I've come to your house and you have given me rice, I have to ask you, hey, the meat is not enough here. How much is it? I have to. But we shall not live by food. We have a lot of things. That's
Yeah.
why I was telling my friends here, the politics of United States is different. They are not talking about I will build roads, I will build schools, because they are past that one. But in Africa, we have resources, we have water on our ground. But every election, after every time, a leader will come, a politician will come and tell us, I will build a road for you, I'll give you water. Water, God has given us these things. It is in our land.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
I see documentaries in Liberia, Sierra Leone, in Nigeria, where roads, they have bad roads with bad condition. It's not because they cannot make that. It's because we have put leaders who are taking a country like their house. They want to, like, not like their house. They are taking a country as part of. They want to get their part and run away.
Yeah.
You know. So the youths and the people who are not youths, go and teach the youths. Tell them that we have another life after this one, and the another life is not about food alone. We have things we need there. Most of our countries, in Kenya was ahead of China sometimes back. And let me tell you, a Chinese man was having picture with a black man, and he was telling this black man, you as Africans, you amaze me. You are colonized, yes. And the people who colonized you build roads that can survive for long years, build railways, build buildings that can survive for long. Why did you learn from them? Why did you learn from them? Because if they were here us and they did all these things, we could even have learned from them how
Yeah.
to do these things. And another Chinese man was saying that black people are the most stupid people in the face of the earth. You hear that?
Mm-hmm.
That's bad.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to change the narrative. And this
Yes.
narrative starts changing from you, who you are watching this video, from the from a Grenadian ambassador, from my people from Grenada, Haiti, the people from Africa. You are the one to change. Don't fear, and don't shy away from your country. Don't shy away from Jamaica. Let me tell you, there's a white lady was in Jamaica saying that Jamaica is good. I love Jamaica, but we cannot find people who can work in Jamaica. Like, I cannot find good electrician. I cannot find good plumber. So we are in, because most of them, they have gone to Canada, they have gone to UK, they have gone to
Yeah.
Britain. We are taking our brains away from our country.
That's
Let us
right.
put
Yeah.
who will put measures so that our brains will build our country. I saw my president William Ruto going to Germany and saying that we are importing labor to Germany, 200,000 people to go in Germany to work in Germany, and yet we have a country here to build. How can
Mm.
we import labor? How can we import mercenaries, electricians, people who can build the country? How can we import them to go and build a country in Germany while we can build that country here in Kenya?
That's right.
We
Yeah.
need leaders who can put measures so that these brains that we have, because a lot of innovators are black, a lot
Yeah.
of innovators
Yeah.
are black
Yeah.
people.
And we don't hear
So,
about them. We don't hear
yeah,
about them.
black people can do great things,
Yeah.
but because the oppressors or the colonizers, they can't do anything. So
Mm.
they are convincing our leaders to take the brains away from Africa, to take the brains away from Grenada, to take the brains away from Jamaica, to take the
Yeah.
brains to them. Their
True.
country is growing economically, while our countries, black countries, is being dying day by day. So I just have to say this: let us have the knowledge. Let's put leaders who are leaders, not politicians. Let us not be divided by tribes in Africa. In Africa, we have a lot of tribes. Let us
Yeah.
not be divided by borders. Let us not be divided by these politicians on the other side. Let me give him nepotism, tribalism, and all these shenanigans. not been. We are past that one.
Yeah.
Even Jesus, even those people who are Christians, they believe in Yeshua. They believe in God. He doesn't have tribe. Even if Yeshua was born in a tribe of Judea or tribe of, but he was for all people. And those who are Muslims, Allah and Muhammad, he don't have tribe. Why are we putting tribe on ourselves? And yet he created us on our own image. And the one who don't believe in creation of God, they believe in scientifically. They believe in changing from Ramapithecus, we are monkeys changing. The monkeys don't have tribe. Even if when we came from monkeys, they don't have tribe. So not to be divided
Ridiculous.
by tribe and
Yeah.
nepotism and these things. And
Yeah.
we will see future.
Hey, bro. I think we need to vote Kenyan Beast to become the president of Kenya. He need to be the president of Kenya. My God,
Yeah.
bro, you have preached well. You have. I cannot. I can't. It cannot be said better than this. I cannot add anything to yours. I mean, bro, you have said it all.
Yeah.
You have said it all. I want to Can't believe you said my main goal from now is to create a pan-Africa school in all Africa country that will create awareness. Well, can't believe you. I am so happy that this is one of your goals because
Yeah.
and I know it's after listening to Kenyan Beast. These are some things, and guys, I'm grateful. I'm grateful that I believe it is us. We are the generation of Africans to change the narrative, to make the difference, because the oppressors, the imperial powers will not do it
Yeah.
for us. They are doing what they are cut out to do, and that is to continue separating and dividing us. We have to unite. We, as the new generation of Africans, have to come together, fight this oppressive system, not with guns, not with knives, but through social media like this, through information, through awareness, so that we will not repeat the mistakes of the past, that what have happened to our ancestors will not happen to us. And that is what we have to understand. I want to acknowledge Clinton. Clinton says, thanks for the insight and knowledge. Clinton, you are most
Yeah.
welcome. Welcome. I am grateful that you have learned something. You appreciate what is going on here. Thank you very much. Pansy Skill said, I have already subscribed. That is you, Kenyan Beast. She have subscribed to your
Thank
channel.
you.
So
Yeah.
thank you, Pansy Skill, for subscribing. Thank you very much. All right, guys. Is there any other question? Any other questions before we leave? But Kenyan Beast, I
Any
want
other
to ask
question?
my brother. I want to thank you. I want to thank you so much. I agree with you
Yeah.
100%. So Nola is saying she agrees. Yes, Nola. Thank you very much, Nola, for keeping the comment section active. I always say, a vibrant and active comment section is a vibrant live, and because of you guys, the live have been really vibrant today. I see more and more people are joining us based on the numbers. I see people are still joining us, even though we are
Mm.
at the end of time. But thank you guys for joining in. I have with me a friend and a dear brother. Yes, he's a brother of mine, Kenyan Beast. Yeah, I mean, I'm grateful and I don't regret the day I started, being coming in communication with that brother here. And he has
Yeah.
made a difference in my life. He has made a difference in my, and there are other people that have made difference in my life. So thank you guys. So I think that's it. We will end it here. We will end it here. I'm not
Yeah.
seeing any more. I'm not seeing any more questions. So guys, don't forget.
Thank,
Uh,
thank you.
yeah, go
Thank you
ahead.
for inviting me. And
Yeah.
I wish you can invite me more because we have to create awareness. Don't hesitate to invite me. If you have a topic, don't hesitate to invite me because I'm
Def-
here
definitely.
and we are learning and we are creating awareness.
Definitely, this is just the beginning of what is to come, my dear friend. This is the
Yeah.
beginning. We are up against a system that is not for us, and we need to come together. we need to put aside our tribes, as you rightly say. I mean, we don't have tribes here in the Caribbean, but the tribalism spirit is alive here in the Caribbean. Too many times we put tribe, and so yes. Afternoon. Just give me a minute. No problem. No, I don't sell that. So I don't sell that. Yeah. No. Yes. So guys, my apologies. My apologies. Sometimes I just have to multitask, so my apologies. So yes, Pansy Scale says whenever I watch him, I see he's a future president. Pansy Scale says that you are a future president. So yeah, she appreciates all that you are doing.
Thank you so
So
much. Thank you
yeah.
so
So
much.
guys, yes, guys. So I do apologize, for the interruption there. Well, my Grenadian brother, let me see what Zambia is saying. My Grenadian brother, my friend who I went to school with, her cousin was the prime minister of your country back then. Oh, that's great. That's great to know. Your Grenadian brother, my friend who went to school with her cousin, was the prime minister of your country back then. Who was this prime minister? Jamaican Zambia, if I may ask, who was this prime minister? Pansy scale correction him. Okay, no problem, Pansy scale. So Kenyan Beast, I think that's it, my dear brother. The time, all good things must come to an end, sadly. But
All good. I appreciate. It has been amazing. I have opened up. This is my. Let tell you. This is my first. This is my first live from Caribbean to Kenya. We have connected Caribbean and Africa.
yes,
We have
yes.
connected Caribbean and
Through,
Africa,
through
and it is
technology.
happening.
Yeah,
As I
yeah.
say every day, I am the Kenyan beast, and of course, I always do it the African way. We are doing it the African way. That's what I say every time, every
That's
day.
right. It's
And
the
let's get
African
away
way.
with it.
And you very,
African
very
way.
wonderful slogan, man. We are doing it the African way. You
African
know,
way.
whether
Yeah.
it's on Afro Grenadian channel, Kenyan Beach channel, and there are many more other channels out there. It's the African way. You know,
Yeah.
it's time.
Mm.
It's time we break that barriers, and it's time that we wake up from our sleep and we come together as one. So, my dear brother, as I said, this is only the beginning of time. Thank you for accepting my invitation. I do hope in the future that I would like to see many more. I don't. Something I realized: not a lot of Pan African like YouTubers like myself
Yeah.
do lives. They do videos, but they don't do a lot of lives. But I like to do these things because it connects us. I think live. This is one of the best things that YouTube have introduced. It
Yeah.
connects us to interact and with each other. So Jamaican in Zambia, I never even asked, but it was 2004, 2000. I think that has to be Kit Mitchell, the Prime Minister. Huh? Yeah, hold on, just give me a minute. Yeah, so guys, sorry about that. It has connection dropped. Can believe you, please. What the handle of Kenyan Beast? Kenyan Beast. Someone is asking something here. Please, what's the handle of Kenyan Beast? What's that? Your
Uh,
YouTube channel?
my YouTube channel is Kenyan Beast. Kenyan Beast.
Uh,
And my handle is at Kenyan Beast. At Kenyan Beast everywhere. Just at
oh,
Kenyan Beast.
all right. So my brother, take
Yeah,
care of.
can't believe you. My handle is at Kenyan Beast,
All
or
right.
or at Beast Kenya. At Beast
Oh,
Kenya is my handle. At Beast Kenya.
all right. So guys, thank you guys
But
for
the YouTube,
joining.
but the YouTube channel is Kenyan Beast.
Okay, very
everywhere.
well, very well. So I can't believe you. I hope you have gotten that. You can always go back and watch the rebroadcast of this live and you'll get in the necessary information. So I want to thank all of you for joining. See you next time. Take care. God bless.
Peace.